my loves, welcome back to another video. If you're looking to find out how to shoot high quality videos using one of the old iPhones, keep watching because that's exactly how I shoot all my videos, including this one. Before we get started, for those of you that are new here, my name is Eniola, but you can call me Ennis. I'm a lifestyle, fashion, and beauty creator based in Toronto, Canada. This video was highly requested, so I'm expecting 100,000 views. A lot of you were asking me, how do I shoot high quality videos? What camera do I use to shoot? In fact, what made me realize that, okay, I might actually have some secrets to share was when a content creator that has so much more followers than me DM'd me to ask me how I shoot high quality videos, what camera I use, and things like that. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm actually getting something right here. Now, let me know in the comment section, how many of you are watching this video on an iPhone? Exactly. I am here to tell you that you have been sleeping on your iPhone because you can shoot high quality cinematic videos with your iPhone, and it would even be higher quality than some professional cameras. Yes. Now, there's different factors that come to play, and I'm going to be walking through all of them in this video, so stay with me. First, we're going to be going over camera settings, and I'm going to be sharing with you the exact camera settings that I use. Then we'll be talking about lighting, which is very important. I'm going to be showing you my lighting setup shortly and what I use to get this really bright, effect, because honestly, outside is not so bright today, but I'm still able to shoot this really bright video. So I'll be showing you guys how. And lastly, we're going to be talking about audio, how to get your audio cleaned up and very nice. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm currently filming this video on my iPhone 13 Pro, and this is not the latest iPhone. So I want to start by letting you know that you do not need the latest iPhone to be able to achieve this. And here with me, I have my iPhone 8, guys, and this is the phone I was using when I started YouTube. Yes, I filmed great videos with my iPhone 8. Well, they were great in my opinion. You can go check them out. And I'm saying this because I know a lot of us want to create content, want to start YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, but you're feeling like, oh, your phone quality might not be that great, and you are choosing not to start. Don't make that mistake, guys, because little things make such a difference. Switching up your camera settings can really make the difference. And I have a perfect example of this. So recently, I was shooting a video for a new project I'm working on, and my phone storage was full. I was like, oh my God, because we're nowhere near done finished filming. So my friend that was with me offered her iPhone, and it happened to be a newer iPhone than mine. I think it was an iPhone 14 Pro. And she was like, yeah, I can use it to shoot, and then she will just send me the video after the shoot. And as we're trying to remove my phone so we can place her phone on my tripod, we see the clear difference in quality. And my phone, that was a lower iPhone, was so much clearer, so much sharper. The color looked better as well. Like, we were so surprised. And of course, I couldn't use her phone. I just quickly deleted some pictures and videos of my phone so I could keep filming. I told you this just to show you that it's possible to have a really expensive phone and still not have great camera quality because you don't have the right settings. So let's get into my camera settings. Get ready to screenshot, guys, because I'm going to be putting screenshots up very shortly. So first thing you need to do is open your settings, go to camera, and make all these updates. So everything that you see that is toggled on the screenshots I'm going to put up, make sure you turn them on your camera on your phone. When you're done with that, also go to the slow motion section and update what you see in the screenshot. Trust me, guys, you're gonna thank me later for this. Personally, I don't film in slow-mo. I just have the settings on. If I want to include a slow-mo effect, I prefer to do it in my editing app. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on how I edit, tips and tricks that I use when editing. I feel like when you actually film in slow-mo, it reduces the quality of the videos. I don't know if it's just in my head, but that's how I feel about, filming with slow-mo. Now, another major thing that would elevate the quality of your videos on your phone and make them look like an actual camera is filming in cinematic mode. Now, if you have an iPhone 8 and upwards, I believe you should have the cinematic option on your phone. It should be right beside video, and then you see cinematic. Now, it can be a bit tricky, so I know people tend to get frustrated using it, but when I've actually taken time to show people, like show my friends, and they get the hang of it, they're like, oh, okay, I'm actually going to be doing this. For example, this video is currently being filmed in cinematic mode, and the beauty of the cinematic mode on your iPhone is that it always captures your face. Now, the only thing to note is that it cannot focus on more than one face. So if I had another person here with me, it wouldn't make sense to film in cinematic mode on my iPhone because it would kind of blur them out and just focus on my face. So right now, it can only focus on just one item. So if you are filming a sit down video like this, you honestly don't have to do anything. It automatically focuses on your face. Even when I move to the sides, it's moving with me and still blurring my background. But if you are vlogging and, for example, you are cooking and you want it to focus on a particular food item or thing that you're cooking, so when you have your camera open, just press hard on the object that you want it to focus on until you see a yellow box come up and it would say AF locked or AF tracking, sorry. And what that means is that when you start recording, it's going to focus on that object. So even when you are moving your phone around and changing the angles, it would still focus on that object. I'm going to include a clip of an example of me doing it. Let me know if you guys try this trick out because it really does elevate your videos. Another secret that really helps with giving that camera cinematic effect is when you add sounds that relate to the object that you're focusing on. For example, if you're making cooking content and you are frying something, you want to add that sizzling sound effect along with the cinematic video. I feel like it brings it all together. If you've been watching my vlogs, I'm sure you noticed that I include those sounds here and there. I have a few more gems to share with you guys, but if this video has been helpful so far, please give it a thumbs up, click the like button, it's free. And also subscribe for more amazing, beautiful videos. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is lighting. Now, if you've watched those videos from professionals talking about lighting, how you need the backlights, the side lights, the softbox, and all those complicated, expensive things, I'm sure you're like, oh, but don't worry, I have a very cheap, affordable alternative for you. I find that the phone is very highly dependent on how much light is coming in. I've recommended this to a friend that recently started content creating and she's been using it so far and loving it. So firstly, one lighting that people say is the best lighting is natural lighting, sunlight. And honestly, I think I would agree with them. If you're able to, open up a window or two when you are filming, please do. This part of the world where I am, where during winter it is so dark, like it gets pitch black by like 3 p.m. and it's always gloomy. So what would you do in situations like that when you still have to film content? I'm very highly dependent on my artificial lights. So I have these two lights here that I got from Amazon. I'm going to link them in the description, but they are very easy to use, very affordable. I think I got them for less than $30, which is super cheap. They actually go way taller than this. I placed them this low just because of, I'm currently filming a video at eye level. So if you're just starting off and you don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of getting the perfect lighting, I would say two things. Firstly, try and make sure all the lighting in your space is on. If you have ceiling lights or lamp stands, you want to put them on just to give the entire room, a bit more light. And then what I do is I place my lights on opposite ends of myself. One is on my left, one is on my right. So that way both lights are, hitting my face directly. Another thing that you can do if you just have one light is to place the light in front of you, but you want to place it slightly higher than, your eye level. So it's not just like hitting your face directly. I make it slightly taller than I am and then bend it down towards me. So that way the light is hitting my face, nicely from the top. Before you ask, I know a number of people use ring lights and I honestly started with using a really big ring light. I think it was an 18-inch ring light. Yes. So I used this for like my first year or two and I found that it always gave like rings on my forehead and the rings will show in my eyes or my chin. And honestly, I did not really like it. So I decided to look into other types of lighting and I found this, and it's also a cheaper option. It doesn't give any rings on my face and it works perfectly for me. Another trick that I do, especially when I'm filming makeup videos, just because they're a bit more closer to my face, I take a piece of paper towel and I fold it and just place it over the light. So it softens the light and it stops it from being so sharp or overly bright on my face. So that was a trick that I learned from a friend actually, and I've been using it ever since. Okay, next we're going to talk about audio, sound. Now this is honestly like the easiest part of it for me. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Because it did take me some time to figure out how to get the best sound, how to get the best audio, and get it on a budget. Because yeah, over here we're working on a budget. So currently this is the mic that I use. It's fairly new. I decided to try it out and I'm honestly loving it so far. Honestly, since I got this mic, I've not had to do any additional audio brushing when I edit. The only thing I can say I do with my audio is basically increase the volume, make it louder. This is what the original audio sounds like without me increasing the sound. And now this is what it sounds like, as I've increased the sound. So I tend to do this especially when I'm talking and I want my voice to be very clear. I don't want you guys to be squeezing your ears to hear what I'm saying. For those of you that might still be struggling with a lot of noise in your background, I'm going to be linking two amazing noise reduction apps and websites. So one is a website that was recommended by a friend, and another is an app that I've been using for the longest time. I found the app, researching and watching a lot of videos on here before I was able to find it. So yeah, I'm linking it down for you guys for free. Just click on it and you'll be able to use them to clean up your audio. I would honestly recommend the website. It's so much quicker. All you have to do is upload your audio to it, click a button, and it cleans it automatically. But the application that I was using in the past is a bit more complicated. There are some steps that you have to go through and you probably need to watch a tutorial video for it. I don't want to go into too much detail about how to use the app, so that's why I'm recommending just go with the website if you want something quicker and easier to understand. Oh, actually, one bonus point. I feel like people should already know this, but let me just say it in case it is. Make sure that you always clean your camera, when you're filming. It is so important, guys. Like just before you hit record, make sure you clean it very well. Look at it. Like this is me every time I'm about to film. I'm always checking, I'm always looking at it. If there's any speck, if there's anything, it makes such a difference, guys. Another thing I would say is that try to film with your back camera. To be honest, me sometimes I film with my front camera, just because it still works for me. It's just as clear. I'm going to show you guys the difference between my back and my front camera. You guys can let me know how much worse or better it is, but honestly for me I feel like the difference is not so much, especially when I'm vlogging or in a rush. I just use my front camera and it works for me. Another thing that allows me film seamlessly with my front camera is that the screen guard does not cover the top. It literally carves out around my front camera. So if your screen guard covers your front camera, it's probably why your front camera quality is not as good. So I would say consider those type of screen guards. At some point I also had a screen guard for my back camera, but I realized that it was reducing the quality of my back camera, so I just freed it. And honestly, I have a case for my phone and I feel like that has been good enough. My phone has not broken, it has no spots. Yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope it was helpful. This was highly requested. Literally someone still asked me for this a week ago and I was like, I'm working on it. I'm working on a video. So the video is finally here. Make sure you share, make sure you comment, like everything. Let me know what new thing you learned in this video and I'd really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up as well and hit the subscribe button down below. Okay, bye. Peace.